Hello, welcome to Atrocious Gameplay. We are finishing off the EXP series with an absolute bang. It's been a roller coaster series. If you have not seen this playlist already, showcasing 10 deck profiles from the Limitless Qualifier in 5 days. I will say that not only has YouTube given me trouble within the last 24 hours, but also my main microphone died. So we're actually using a backup system for audio right now. Hopefully it sounds good. I tested it out, sounds all right. Not perfect, but you know what? We are going to manage, and just like this deck, it may not be perfect, but it's really, really cool and super, super crazy. This was the only DarkBox list that placed in the Limitless Qualifier and made a day 2 appearance. Super cool to look at. You have the Weavile GX, if you do not know, Shadow Connection, moving dark energies anywhere on the field, anywhere you'd like in your Pokemon in play. And then also using different things like Darkrai Prism, so that when you lay it down, you can attach 2 energies on, get a little bit of energy acceleration. And the great thing about the energy acceleration in this deck is you have multiple different ways. You have the Naganadel Beast Ring combo, which is very, very good for when they knock out maybe, let's say they gust up a Silvally or a Weavile, or even knock out like a Darkrai Umbreon or something like that. You can get a lot of energies in play very, very quickly. You also have a tag call engine to go find cards like red and blue to find more energies to put on the field, to evolve into your GXs as well in Weavile and Silvally. Silvally also is your draw supporter. It's kind of your drawing engine in the deck, and it's very, very strong in my personal opinion. And then you have some heavy hitters, kind of a box system, sort of Guzzlord, which can knock out a Blacephalon for 1 more prize, which is absolutely bonkers in my opinion. You have the Greninja Zoroark for when you stack up a ton of energies. Alright, maybe you get ahead a little bit, you can get a whole bunch of energies in play. This Greninja Zoroark can whack almost anything very, very easily, especially when you talk about Dragapult with weakness, which overall with this deck is a huge deal, hitting Dragapult for weakness. You have the Sableye D-Tar, no, it's a T-Tar, Sableye and Tyranitar if you want to gust up a Dedenne, or another GX on the bench that you can KO. Maybe you knocked a Pikarom earlier, now you're chasing it down with that Greedy Crush. You also have the Sableye V. Maybe again, you chipped that Pikarom earlier, and now you're going to finish it off with that Sableye V. And then Darkrai and Umbreon GX. Dark Moon GX is pretty good, and then Black Lance is also good for setup damage purposes on other GX and benched EX Pokemon, especially when you talk about in combination with this Sableye V. So a lot of great things that you can do in this deck. Black Market, just a good stadium to maybe have out for like a turn if you can get it there. Boss's Orders, you've got 2 of them. You have Cynthia and Caitlin to go get things like Red and Blue, Boss's Orders, Malilana, Marnie, whatever you need personally. And a lot of good things in this. I'm super excited to play. If you like this series, make sure to hit like, comment, subscribe on the video. Check out the rest of the playlist, because this is going to be the final video of the XPU series. I will go back to the regular schedule of videos on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday for the channel. Things like deck profiles, the economics of different Pokemon cards, and all of that jazz. Some great stuff going on. So thank you so much for checking us out. But let's jump into some games. And here we go. First game with DarkBox. I know a lot of people really, really love this deck. So I'm kind of excited to try it. A little bit of dead, I would say, right here. So I'm super curious how this is going to play out. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get a Silvally, or I mean a type null, so then I can use red and blue next turn to be able to go do some stuff. So let's see how this goes. So put this right here. I'm going to attach right here, and hopefully this Poipole doesn't die. We do have the Naganadel kind of, so it's going to be actually really interesting. Maybe we can take a knockout with the Silvally. I don't even know if I'd want to do that, to be honest. But again, we'll just have to see what my opponent does. Okay, so we're facing a Zacian deck here. Pretty interesting, I would say. I would think that this is like ADP Zacian because of their DexBox, or DeckBox. There we go. Man, it's been a super long week here for the EXP University series. They're going to do Shrine, which, I mean, makes sense because we have the red and blue. We're going to be able to go down to at least or at most a 1-card hand off of the play that we're about to make, assuming that we don't get, like, oddly stamped or anything like that. So are we about to we're about to get slapped with this Zacian ADP. Wow. Oh no, they're gonna Intrepid Sword. Whew. We are saved. But they are going to be able to get that right there. So we're gonna go right here. I think we're gonna go into Guzzlord because that just kind of makes us real safe right now. So we're going to discard those two. We are going to go grab this Silvally. Bam. We're going to attach 2 energies to it to accelerate those energies. I'm going to go charge up because it's just good to do at the turn. And then we are going to disc reload, getting 5 cards. So good combo with this deck. We do get 2 other Pokemon to put down. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go into retreat into this guy and then just go ahead and pass. I do not want this Silvally to get knocked out. I would rather not a Naganadel or this Poiple get knocked out either, because again, we don't have any sort of draw support. So you can take this Guzzlord. You haven't GX yet. I'll be able to Ordinary Rod it anyways. Plus we've got the Sneasel here. So very interesting situation that we're put in that I'm not exactly enjoying. But you know what? We'll be able to disc reload after our turn, especially if we use the Ordinary Rod. So I'm pretty a-okay with this as of right now. So we'll see what my opponent decides to do. They're going to Marnie us. That's totally okay. I am more than happy with seeing some extra cards. Do not mind me, especially when we get more. We do get a Tag Call, which is really nice. The air balloons are alright because we can put them on like the Silvally, and now Silvally can be our pivot Pokemon, and then we can Boss's Orders. I don't know if we want to Boss's Orders and gust something up, but it could do us some favors. But we could red and blue for the Sneasel as well. We could red and blue for, let's see, I'm trying to think about how I would do this. We could get like Greninja and Zoroark, so then that would, and then the red and blue would discard those two. Okay, I have our game plan now. I just had to think about it for a little bit. Okay, so we're going to put the balloon right here. We are going to charge up because that's just good to do. We are going to also Tag Call. We're going to Tag Call into our other red and blue, and we're going to Tag Call into this Greninja Zoroark right here. So we're going to put that down. We're going to red and blue away these two because I kind of want to keep the Boss's Orders, to be honest, even though we won't be able to use it this turn. We evolve into right here. Boom, boom, 2 energies onto that. And then what we will do is we will disc reload, see if we can get some other stuff, because we haven't had an attachment yet for turn, which is right there, and we can grab another Pokemon as well. I'm trying to think about what Pokemon I want to grab. Maybe actually what I could do is I could attach to maybe like right there. I could Quick Ball for a Dedenne. Dedenne might actually be really interesting to be able to throw in some more Pokemon, or like kind of dig through the deck a little bit. So let's go ahead and let's Dedenne, see a little bit more of our deck. We do get a Mysterious Treasure, which is really nice because we can again evolve this Poiple right here. So let's do that. We can get another energy in play, which is absolutely nuts. So we are going to evolve into this Naganadel. We are going to use Charge Up to grab another energy out of there. And I think maybe I want to Ordinary Rod now. I definitely don't want to Tag Call because I want to be able to grab a supporter later. Probably going to end up grabbing Cynthia and Caitlin, I would think. But let's go ahead and retreat into you, and let's go Shadow Connection. I think what I want to do is I want to bring the 1 up. So let's see. Let's just do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 times 30. That is 240, plus 30 is 270. We do take a knockout here, I believe. Wait, 30. This attack does 30 more damage times the number. Okay, so we're just gonna go in. We have to go into Dark Pulse anyway. That's just gonna be the play that we're gonna have to make. I think I will keep the energy in the discard. I'm not going to try to Ordinary Rod. And let's go in and let's Dark Pulse. We do take a knockout, 240. And here we go. We're already super far ahead in this match already now, because we've already forced them to use 2 metal patches. They haven't even looked at an ADP. The only thing that we really need is a stadium, and that's only because we have so many GXs in play. This Greninja Zoroark will be knocked out by just an attack anyways, but maybe we can stay ahead if we can do something like a Cynthia and Caitlyn, because the likelihood of them finding both of their metal saucers now. Okay, Marnie is fine, because again, we want to find the black market, but also find Mallow Lana is pretty cool, but I would rather have Boss's Orders. We have the Cynthia and Caitlyn in hand, which is really nice, so we can get the Boss's Orders back. Especially because we are going to go after this Zacian, I think is best. Maybe the Arceus Dialga Palkia. I believe we only hit for 270 though. So if we can get a Boss's Orders somehow this turn, that would be awesome, because I highly doubt they're going to attack at all. They're probably just going to leave something in the active. They're going to Tool Scrapper away this Air Balloon, which is fine. We have something like Mallow and Lana in hand. They already Marnied us, so they won't be able to use Boss's Orders. I imagine they will next turn, which is why I think I'm going to Cynthia and Caitlyn away the Pokecom. And then also the grabbing the Boss's Orders off the Cynthia and Caitlyn will force them to use Marnie. And then I would have 2 Boss's Orders in the deck, so it would be perfectly alright. So they're going to Metal Saucer right here. They already use an attachment right here, so they're not going to be able to get the water energy in play. Resetting Hole is perfectly fine. That's probably much better for them, because then it doesn't go to 270, and then a Boss's Order kind of just knocks this out. But there's 3 metal patches gone. All we need is that Boss's Orders from the discard. And with that 3 card hand, I don't know. Alright, so they're going to do that. This Jirachi is more than likely going to stay in the active. We could Marnie. I don't think we should. We'll go right here. We don't have anything else in the discard. So I'm trying to think. I may actually get rid of the Marnie, just in case I get a Pokemon off the top deck. And then I can chase for like Sableye T-Tar. And knock out the Dene for the game. So actually, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to Cynthia and Caitlyn away. Actually, wait, we can use Disc Reload to at least see 1 more card. So we're going to do that first. Can't forget about the Disc Reload, especially if you're looking for a specific card. I'm trying to think about what the best play is. Don't really want to grab Super Scoop Up. I don't need to, but we'll Cynthia and Caitlyn now. We'll put a supporter in the discard, this Marnie right here, to grab the Boss's Orders, force them to use a Marnie of their own. And we've got the Beast Ring right here, which, I mean, isn't the best thing in the world, but it is something. And let's see. I definitely don't want to retreat, because I don't have a way to free retreat, but I have this Pokeball here. I want to save that for the next turn. But again, they got to force us to Marnie, and I think what we're going to do is we're just going to Dark Pulse. Yeah, I think we're just going to Dark Pulse. We're looking very, very good in this game right now. Opponent kind of missed a little bit in the very beginning. It looks like this is a pretty standard Zacian ADP deck. But we really just hit the gas at the beginning of this game. This is a very interesting build. I'm excited to play more games with this after this. We try to showcase at least 3 or 4 games in every deck profile video here on this channel. Especially when it's not outside the Rookie Report series. The Rookie Report series is either full gameplay of games that we did, or if I did like a local cup or challenge or regional. It's kind of just showcasing a case-by-case play of like maybe the decks that I face, because obviously I don't have footage from those about that unless it's streamed. So If they can't Marnie us again, I mean, we're just looking really, really good. They might try to dig for another Dedenne so then they can Marnie. That could be a play that I see them doing. So they're going to grab another Zacian. I don't know why you would grab another Zacian, to be honest. Because if you hit metal energies off of like an Intrepid Sword, if you have to Intrepid Sword again, okay, there's the research. Not going to get Marnied. The deck might play Stamp though, so Stamp would be a little bit of an issue. But again, Disc Reload, we would be able to see more cards. Which is what also makes the deck super strong, especially when you talk about how Reset Stamp has really come back into the format. It's looking nice for us. There's a Metal Frying Pan right there. Metal Frying Pan doesn't really matter though, because we have a ton of energy on the field. We took energy on the field earlier, and we haven't lost a single one. So it looks like they just keep continuing to dig. Maybe they prized other Dedennes, and that's why they're not grabbing them. But they're going to leave the Jirachi out. I guess they have Stamp if that's why they keep digging. I mean, they can't leave this guy in the active. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're easily hitting 300 right now on this Arceus Palkia. So I don't know. It looks like this is going to be game in hand, thankfully. And then this deck, I mean, assuming that there is no Reset Stamp, this is going to have a hot start. And look at that, they're going to scoop. They're going to remember, oh, they have Boss's Orders in hand. We couldn't dig far enough. And that's going to be the first win with this deck. First game, too, super good. But we'll see if the deck is consistent enough to do it 2 times in a row. All right, here we go. Game 2 with the DarkBox. Let's see if we can get 2 wins in a row with this deck. All right, opponent's going to decide. We want to go first specifically because we evolve Pokemon. But it looks like we're going to have to go second. But we'll just have to manage with it. We thankfully don't have to start Dedenne, which is really, really nice. But I really don't like throwing away these pieces right here. When it comes to Dedenne, and it looks like we're facing Baby Blacephalon. Okay, so that Guzzlord is going to be huge in this matchup, being able to take a knockout real quick, and then especially if this is the ability one with the Oricorio, the Zacian, maybe a Cramorant as well, it's going to be even more important to be able to do what we want to do. So there we go. We do get a Poipole, which is very, very nice. So at least that is right there. Let's see. I mean, I think I'm going to have to Dedenne, even though I really, really don't want to. I really also don't want to leave. I don't want to leave either of these guys in the active, so I don't even think I'm going to use Super Scoop Up. I'll attach the energy onto the Poipole, though, just so then... it's more, because it's very, very likely that they're going to get the Welder. They're just going to knock out whatever's in the active, probably, because this deck is super fast and they can get a ton of energies right away. And that's kind of the issue with this matchup specific. Oh, gosh, sorry, burp, specifically. But again, using that Silvally to maybe stay ahead a little bit. We're going to put this Poipole down. We'll attach the energy onto the Poipole. We'll go ahead and use the Dedenne, throwing away some big pieces, but we can get those back because we have Ordinary Rod. We have an Air Balloon right here, so we could actually retreat. Using Blacephalon, we might want to Boss's Order up the Blacephalon because then they don't have Jirachi to search for something like a Quick Ball for a Dedenne, or like Zacian or Oricorio or whatever. Even though we can't take a knockout. So let's actually go ahead and do that. Let's bring that guy up. And I think we're just going to pass and hope that we don't blow up. We do have this Air Balloon right here, so we can evolve into Silvally, attach the Air Balloon, retreat into something like Poipole. That might be the best option to do that. But here comes the Cramorant and a Fiery Flint incoming. We'll see what they discard. A Welder, so they have 2 Welders in hand. They have to have 2 Welders. There is no reason to Fiery Flint a Welder if you do not already have one in hand. Okay, so they're going to be knocking out this Type Null for sure. There we go. There's the other welder right there. Are they going to go in with the Kramer? Do they also have the switch in hand? Because if they do that, then they can go snipe that Dedenne. I mean, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Okay, so they do have the switch. Wow, my opponent just had a real good hand. No need to Stellar Wish when you got the bonkers hand, as I say. But they're also down 2 welders. That is key. They haven't gone through their deck a ton, but they used welder. Anyways, we're going to go in. We are going to evolve into Silvally. I think that's the best option because we don't have Dedenne. We're going to go right here. I think we can safely attach, and we're going to Marnie. I feel like Marnie is probably a pretty good option. And we do have this and another energy, so we could get Poiple. We could also get a Sneasel, which would be really, really nice. And then we can be able to disc reload as well. So I'm trying to think what might be the best option. The best option might actually, oh man, but we already attached right here. We can't move an energy. Oh man. Okay. Maybe I should have not attached. Maybe I shouldn't have not attached, and I should have just Marnied anyways for the opportunity to do this and use Dark Moon GX, so then they can't play any trainers. That kind of like stalls out for a turn. They can't welder, they can't hit anything. So maybe that would have been the better idea, but I think what I'm going to do is I am going to do this first. I think maybe putting away the Greninja Zoroark for this Sneasel is a good option. Put this guy down right here. Mysterious Treasure this away to go get... Never mind, we don't have a Naganadel in the deck. That is very, very interesting, but you know what? We're going to manage. We're going to disc reload. Oh boy. We should save this Pokecom probably. We're not going to have a lot of energy, so we may just want to sack this Poiple right here. We can use this Ordinary Rod, though. And I think what I'm going to do is I am going to do the Ordinary Rod, but I'm just going to shuffle in the Pokemon. I'm going to shuffle in U2 right here. And then we are just going to pass. So a little bit of a Monka-esque start. Not exactly like the last game, but especially with a deck that can attack turn 1 like Blacephalon. It's very hard to try to go faster than this deck. Especially when they have a lot of different options to do things like the Spit Shot. It looks like they're going to try to go for another one. I think, oh, nope, maybe they're going to go into the Blacephalon. Look for another Welder. Again, like I said earlier, it's going to be hard to find Welder. They may play something like Eldegoss in this list because Eldegoss is a pretty good Pokemon to grab something from the discard pile. Maybe that's why they were a little bit more aggressive with discarding the Welder. But it'll be really interesting to see if they can get the Welder. They will get Fire Crystal, though, to go get the energies. Probably, maybe knock out the Poiple right here if it is stuck. And it looks like they're just going to pass, so that's actually really, really good for us. We do have Quick Ball right here. We have an energy in the discard. I think what I'm going to do... because we only have one Naganadel, I don't want to get too crazy with discarding energies. So we're going to Pokecom. We're going to Pokecom this guy right here. We're going to go grab a Weavile, or we could grab this Naganadel. I think probably the Weavile might be, or the Naganadel might be better, because we have options for red and blue to get the Weavile. So let's go in with Naganadel. I could have gone to Dedenne again, but especially with Spit Shot, I don't know if I really wanted to do that. We are going to charge up. We are going to toss this right here to grab... We should grab maybe this Mega Sableye Tyranitar. No, because they only have V Pokemon out. So that probably wouldn't be the best idea. Maybe we could grab a Darkrai Prism Star. That might be pretty good. Especially with the Abysmal Sleep, it does 120. It's another one prizer that we can attack with. And now we are going to go ahead. We could also have Ultra Spaced. actually, for this Naganadel, now that I think about it. So maybe a little bit of a misplay. We could have used the Pokecom for something else, but we'll go ahead and disc reload. Here we go. Ooh, not super great. We do have Black Market, which is nice. See, nope, can't grab anything more. We're gonna throw this Black Market out anyways. We don't have any dark Pokemon in play, but I guess we should put down this Weavile. In the case that they knock something out, we'll attach to this Guzzlord and we'll pass. There's nothing to protect the bench with this deck, no Mew, anything like that. So a little bit tricky, especially when trying to get around the Snipe Shot. But again, we still have the draw engine with the Silvally GX to get to 5 cards. It's a couple more cards. Haven't really seen a supporter. The Black Market going down sucks a little bit, but you know what? That's just how it's going to be. I don't want them to use the Ultra Space, so we'll see how it goes. The more time that we give them, the more likely they are to find the Welder. So not looking super great. They're going to be able to do another Stellar Wish, and because they'll be able to scoop this guy up at least right there. Super unfortunate. I don't think we could have actually taken the knockout with the Guzzlord, but then we would have been out of energies completely. So I don't know. It would have been a really greedy play to use the Guzzlord play to put all of our energies on that. But I don't know if in the long run that would have been a great play. Only time will tell, to be honest. So again, looking for one of the Welders. Maybe they have a switch. They're going to scoop up this Jirachi. So 2 scoop up nets down. That's all right. The escape board is gone as well, so they're going to depend on switches and also other scoop up nets. They do find the Welder. Probably be able to knock this guy out right here, which will be all right. It'll be all right if they do that. I think what I want to do, sadly, is maybe I want to just lead off with this Guzzlord right here. Well, no, we'll bring up Silvally. It has free retreat. Never mind about that. So there's the Fireball Circus. Taking 2 right there for a knockout. And the reasoning that I put 2 of these guys there is because I didn't want him to gust up a Sneasel, and then we'd just be another turn behind. So we're going to go here. We're going to charge up because we can bring that energy right there. Kind of makes it a little bit easier to distribute this stuff. I don't want to put the Darkrai right there. We're going to disc reload right now. So there's a Pokecom that's very good. We're going to be able to get the Sneasel, which is super nice. No red and blue though. Unfortunate, but that's just how it's going to be. We're going to evolve into this guy right here. I'm trying to think. They're down 3 Welders. Do I think they're going to be able to get another one? Or do I try to go in with the Guzzlord? I think I try to go in with the Guzzlord just to keep that Weavile safe. So let's go right here. And then let's Shadow Connection. 1 right here. Another 1 right here. And then we'll put the other 1 right here. So then we can also use the GX next turn, possibly. And then we still have this Darkrai Prism in hand, because we don't want to use it, to be honest. And then we'll go Red Banquet, take the knockout right here, take 2 prizes, which is very good. And we'll see if we can come back in this game. There's a red and blue right there. We can get another Sneasel, which is super nice. And we have this tag call right here for future turns. It's looking very interesting right now. We really want them to put down the Oricorio GX. I don't know if they will, especially with something like Red Banquet. But again, down 2 Welders, they have 25 cards left. What are the odds that they actually find Welder? Especially if we can go in with this Cramorant use this Guzzlord another turn, that'll be actually insane. Now, Stadium Nav, what are they looking for? Nothing. Okay, never mind. They just wanted to get rid of a card. Maybe Marnie? I don't know. Alright, and they have to find Scoop of Nuts as well, which they're already down 3 of them, and they're already down 2 switches already. They have the Fire Crystal there. We know that they have a lot of energies in hand. They used the Fire Crystal earlier, I believe. Maybe not. We know that they used it a little bit to at least take the knockout on the Poipole. So let's see how this goes. There's a big Blacephalon there. I'm not enjoying that guy, but I could Boss's Orders him. Ooh, so very, very interesting. They might try to Bursting Burn this guy. They might try to Bursting Burn. Or they just could go Burst GX. That would be a play that I could see them doing. So there's the Oricorio, that right there. If this Guzzlord survives, especially if they don't hit Welder, I'm going to really try to gust up with this Boss's Orders right here, take this knockout, so then we only have 1 prize left, and then we have a lot of different things. Oh, they're going to get the Welder this turn. That means they're going to be able to get the knockout because they'll be able to Mind Blown. 3 energies equals 150, which is exactly what Blacephalon is, but they're going to be down 4 Welders. That's the key thing here. They're going to be down 4 Welders. Victini Prism, not going to work entirely, so we may actually be sitting very, very well with this. We're going to be able to use Silver Knight GX, and then we can just Boss's Orders. So go right there. We can get this Mega Sableye Tyranitar ready as well. Start building up our energies. So we're going to go here. We are going to charge up. We're going to charge up this guy. We are going to, I'm trying to think about the order of operations that I really want to go. I don't want to, let's see, I can't get enough energies. I can only get 4 energies in play unless Disc Reload gives me the absolute sauce. I think I'm going to red and blue. I think I'm going to go ahead and red and blue maybe the double tag calls actually. We'll tag call once. We'll grab you 2. We'll grab you 2. Maybe you. Yeah, we'll do this. This probably is a much better option. So we'll do this. We will red and blue. We're going to search for Pokemon. We'll go here and here. So that gets rid of some cards in the hand. So boom, evolve right there. It gets a bunch of energies in. We could also fail this tag call right here, which I think wouldn't be that bad of an option. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm just going to go ahead and fail this. And then we will Disc Reload for 2 cards instead of the 1. So boom, 1, 2. We do have a Pokecom right here, which is very, very nice. We also have this Quick Ball. I don't know what Quick Ball would get us exactly or what Quick Ball would be good to get us. But we will Shadow Connection, put an energy up here, and then we will click done right there. We're going to need Darkrai Prism to really do the sauce in my opinion. So maybe we go here, we grab the... we don't have any more type nulls. I thought we had another type null in the deck. That's not great for what we want to do, but maybe we'll just grab this Greninja Zoroark again because of the Dark Pulse and maybe gusting up that Oricorio GX right there because we have 3 energies. And let's see, because 90 would do 180. So, I mean, this is just what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to do this and hope to the love of all that is mighty that they don't somehow, some way get Welder off of this. I don't know. Oh, man, it looks like they're going to have some sort of way. Maybe they have a Eldegoss GX like I mentioned earlier, but I think we did the best play that we could. There's the Quick Ball. What's it going to be? It's going to be Mewtwo. They're going to be able to do it. I'm going to say well played to my opponent. Again, I think we did as much as we could. We had to go in with a knockout that turn. That was the way that we were going to have to do it. I guess maybe we could have gone Darkrai Prism. That might have been something that we could do because then they have to hit 2 heads. But just with the amount of like switches that they have, left. They have 2 switches left. I'd imagine that they have it in their thick hand because they can also use the Dance of Tribute. So maybe they just don't get 5 energies. I highly doubt it, but you never know. Probably going to be able to get it, but you know what? If they do, that's fine. No worries. This game kind of fared. We had a little bit of a slow start, and we still were able to come back and kind of get a win con next turn. So not that bad for a deck that maybe has a little bit of a bad matchup. So here we go. Show me the amount of energies. So 1, 2. They really just need like they may not even need a fire crystal. They need 5 energies though. Probably have it in this thick hand. They have 1 energy in the discard, so a lot of the energy is probably in the hand right now, because where else would it be? There we go. Here comes the Fireball Circus for that knockout. GG's to my opponent, and we'll just move on to game 3 here. All right, here we go. Game 3, final game of the video. It's looking like a Pika-Rom deck. I saw the preview was Lightning and Steel. That kind of cooks up Pika-Rom in my opinion, and we're going to be able to go first. That's nice. We do have this type Null here. We can get a tag team Pokemon, but unfortunately we can't get something like a Sneasel. Yep, this is going to definitely be Pika-Rom. They had a mulligan, so we'll be able to draw a card, which could maybe sway it a little bit with this start. And let's see what we get out of this. It's going to be a... Ooh, okay, but 2 Weaviles, not necessarily something I super want to see. But we're going to tag call right here. We are going to go red and blue, and we need to grab something that we can utilize. Probably this Black Lance right here, so then we can stop them. Maybe next turn from using trainer cards, which would be really nice. We're going to put this down, and then we will... I think what we're going to do is we're going to try to super scoop up this type Null. Yes, no, yes, no, 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 no. You don't get to do that, but we'll attach that right there. Unfortunate, but you know what? That's how the cookie crumbles. Hopefully you don't get the turn 1 full blitz. They already have the Tapu Koko, and they can already electrify, which is a super strong backup plan to Pika-Rom, which Bolt-on B, if you do not know, is a great addition to the deck. You may have seen it in our video before the Limitless Qualifier. We talked about Tag Call Pika and said it was the play for the Limitless Qualifier, and it turned out really well. So we'll see how strong this deck is, if maybe we can get a little bit ahead. This is running some Acrobikes as well. So here we go. There's going to be a Quick Ball coming. They do have energies in the discard, 2 of them to be exact, so they'll be able to Dedenne. And then if they get like a Tag Call or maybe even some more Quick Balls or some basic Pokemon in hand, they're going to be able to Tapu Koko V without an issue. Considering this deck is also playing Energy Switch. So there's a Pika-Rom right there. So now they really only have to grab another Pokemon, which if they Guzma Hala this turn, because they haven't used a supporter, they'll also be able to... What are they doing? Or they're... Oh, well, they have 1 energy left in there anyways. But I was just like, wow, that's really, really weird that they would do that. But it looks like they're going to just opt to electrify. Maybe they can't find the Guzma Hala because they spent their attachment right there. They can't attach again unless they go Tapu Koko Prism and have an energy switch as well with the Thunder Mountain, which, I mean, it's not impossible. It's not impossible. They're getting that Dance of the Ancients off now. The Guzma Hala thankfully doesn't grab like an E-switch or anything like that. They're going to have to try to naturally draw into that. But yeah, they're just going to go ahead and try to electrify. We'll see how this plays out. We'll see where they put this other energy too. Okay, so maybe they don't have a sure way to get the energy this next turn, but here we go. We're going to have to red and blue. And I think we're going to have to go red and blue, the Ordinary Rod and Weavile, because I kind of want to save the Mallow and Lana. We're going to grab the only Silvally GX that we have, so this thing needs to stay alive, stay alive. Oh, 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 We're going to attach this balloon right here. We're going to disc reload for a bunch of cards. And we have this Sneasel right here, which is really nice. And we have this Weavile, so we could move the energies up to do something like a Black Lance, but not looking so hot. Anyways, we are going to go in. I think we should go in and we should use Dark Moon GX. So even though they're going to be able to get a Tag Bolt off, we're going to be able to stop them from using any sort of trainer cards that could help them, whether that's Guzmahala, Acrobikes, things like that. Kind of slow them down a little bit right now. We haven't seen a Poipole yet in play, which is kind of unfortunate. But it looks like they may try to full blitz, and I would think that they tag called peak in my personal. Oh, and they're just going to say no. Okay, very, very interesting. We may try to leave this black market out. I'm not 100% sure. If they have an Electro Power, they can take a knockout on this Silvally. So I don't think I want to do that. I may through the ordinary route already, so I don't know if there's a way to recover. But I think what we're gonna do is we're just gonna have to go risky. We're gonna go Mallow and Lana, switch into the Silvally. So whoop. We're gonna play the black market as well, and then we're gonna disc reload for 5. We do have the Darkrai Prism right here, so maybe we just put this guy to sleep. That would be very good. Then, I mean, they're not running, well, they do have an escape board because they are running Jirachi. But I don't know if this would actually be the play that they should make. So let's just go right here. Let's go Darkrai Prism. Let's attach these two energies. It's more and more energies to use. We already used Disc Reload, so no way to get the Sableye and T-Tar. Or just really anything else that can whap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're just going to quick ball. Actually, we could go get the Dene, which is very, very nice. We can see a little bit more cards to draw to kind of make this turn even better. So let's go into here. We do find a Poipole. I think we throw that guy down right there. We can attach an energy somewhere. Trying to think, should I go into the Darkrai Umbreon, or should I try to set up some stuff with Black Lance? I think I'm going to go into the Darkrai Prism Star. I feel like it's probably the best option on the field right now. So let's go in and let's retreat into him, and let's go ahead and Shadow Connection some stuff over there. We will be able to, if it gets knocked out, use the Black Lance, which will be really nice. But hopefully they just don't have a switching option, another skateboard or something like that, which, I mean, it's not out of the realm. So we're just going to have to go with this right here. So let's go Abysmal Sleep right now. Boom, do 120. And then if it gets stuck in the active, we can just Abysmal Sleep again for the knockout, which is super, super nice. Or we could like Black Lance it. To put a little bit of a bulkier Pokemon up front. This may be a Dedenne. Morpeko. Okay, so this is a very interesting list going on right now using the Morpeko VMAX. They are going to put down Morpeko, so not a Dedenne. They're going to Electro Power, so there's something's telling me that they're going to be able to KO. Now, which Pokemon is it? I have no idea, but they're not going to be using Guzmahala, which is very, very nice. They're going to draw 2 more cards, looking for another skateboard. Who knows? Maybe this list is freaky and plays Adventure Bag. Maybe they don't even play Tag Call Engine, but they do get the switch, and they'll be able to switch, but they're going to end up using Cold Storm anyway, which is fine. Now, what do we go do? What's our game plan now? What is the game plan now? So the game plan now definitely is to go for this mysterious treasure, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, that's 210. That could knock out this Darkrai Umbreon. They didn't take a prize out of that, which is very, very nice. Let's see. We can attach one. I'm going to attach one like right here. doesn't exactly matter where we attach to, but we can Mysterious Treasure. We could go discard this to go get another Poipole. And then we can Pokecom for like a Naganadel as well if we want to. And before we lay the Poipole down, because I'm trying to disc reload as much as I can, let's kind of think about if there's another attacker that we would rather have on the field before we commit to putting this Poipole on the bench. Because if we commit the Poipole on the bench, we have to go in with Darkrai Umbreon, which doesn't take a knockout, so... oh boy, okay, never mind. Game plan is gone. I think we should go disc reload. There are different options. 1, 2, 3, 4... 4 energies. What could 4 energies do for us? I think we should just disc reload now. So we do see a Marnie right here. We do see this Guzzlord. I think maybe we could go in with the Guzzlord. That doesn't necessarily seem super smart to me, especially because we have only 4 energies on the field. We'd be throwing 1 prizers, but we would just have so many energies in the discard that I don't know if it'd be worth it. We could Marnie. We could use this Greninja Zoroark. It would do 4, 120, 150, so it doesn't knock out. It doesn't knock out. I think maybe we could go ahead and just play this guy down right here and then Marnie. I think Marnie might be an interesting option. A lot of dark energies. Do you like dark energies? Okay, so we're going to retreat. We should go into the Greninja. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7, that's 210. Again, they don't knock out the Greninja Zoroark in this one turn. So let's just go in and maybe hit him with a Dark Pulse to kind of soften it up a little bit. And let's just say end to there, and let's go in with Dark Pulse. That's just going to be that's just going to have to be what we do right here. If we have to, we can Brave Buddies. Brave Buddies would take a knockout. So there's the black market. So that's going to be very interesting. They're going to Electro Power. How many Electro Powers will they play? If they find more, that could be a little bit of an issue, because right now they do 210. They could just, well, they can't use a Mallow Lana to switch this turn, but they will next turn with the this guy right here, whatever his name is, Pikachu and Zekrom. So a boss's orders would be really, really nice, so then we can knock that out. But okay, never mind, that was 280. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 times 30 is 240, 250, 280. Okay, yeah. Good play by my opponent. Okay, so here we go. All they need is a boss's orders, really. We could get a boss's orders right now and whack into it with the... Oh, we could take... Oh, wait, but it's the GXs. So we wouldn't be able to take a knockout. We wouldn't be able to take a 5-prize turn, sadly. But we can do some shenanigans still. We can attach this right here. If we boss those orders, we'll be able to disc reload for 1, which I think is probably a decent play. Let's see. I kind of actually just want to hit into this guy. So here we go. We're going to switch into this Darkrai and Umbreon. We are going to Shadow Connection some energies up to it. I want to do this and sit right there, and then we will Black Lance right here. We can actually set up a win con, especially if this Darkrai Prism doesn't go down because of that. So actually, let's do this. Let's do this, and let's hit this guy right here. So we hit him. He now has a little bit of health left. Oh, we know they have Mallow and Lana in hand, so maybe that's not the good play. But maybe we'll be alright. Maybe we'll be alright. We'll see. But yeah, not looking good for us. Not looking good. Couldn't get a lot of energy through. Kind of naturally drew a lot of our stuff. And it looks like this is going to be it because they could tag bolt. Well, actually, that's only one electro power. They've played 2. They need 1 more, I think, for tag bolt. 200, 230. We have 240 health left. So Mallow and Lana, there's the heal right there. Okay, so that's going to be kind of the killer. But 180, 210 still doesn't knock out. But the Morpeko VMAX with the discharge. Oh, there's the killer right there. So GG's to my opponent. Not much we could do right there, I feel like. Oh, never mind. Okay, just kidding. I can math. Let's see. 150 knocked into 60 is 210, so doesn't take a KO. Knock into this, we're 10 off, so we wouldn't even be able to take a knockout there. But yeah, I think this is kind of the win con, because we could boss's order and try to like stall of some sort, but we don't have a stadium to bump with this to maybe take out energy. They just have free retreat. They could go into a Pokemon to KO. I don't think there's a way that we win. I really don't think that there's a way that we can win this one. Let's see, if we Cynthia and Caitlyn to put a supporter into our hand, maybe Mallow and Lana. I mean, it's too late to Mallow and Lana. There's the tag call right there that could have gotten us our other Mallow and Lana. So then we'd be able to heal and possibly survive if we go in with another attacker. But I just don't think it is gonna work. Even if we soften it up, we don't have anything that hits like hard enough. Because even if unless we do this Sableye V right here, because if we turning point for 80, I mean that's only 3, so, oh boy, I don't know. We're going to put this guy down right here. We are going to retreat into this Naganadel. It throws away 2 energies, that sucks, but, ugh. So we're going to go 1 right here. We're going to put it up to here. And then we are going to... We're going to move this 1 energy right here. Just in case they decide instead to go for the Weavile. But we're going to tag call. We are going to find nothing in here. We are going to turning point. And then this should be able to knock out with the Sableye. But again, it's not looking good, especially because 1, they have another Morpeko VMAX right there to just reply with that, and we threw away the tag call there, so unfortunate. Draw into 4 cards. We do have boss's orders, which means we can chase this guy, I guess. Max discharge takes a knockout right there. Very limited on our energy, especially because we don't have another one. So, whoops. So that Marnie was actually very, very good. We could actually put Sneasel right here, because then that would be a way to accelerate energies. We're going to Gust Up. I mean, if they just use the thing again, I mean, we lose. So there's literally no way. We've stalled long enough. We have stalled long enough. We missed the Beast Ring turn. We are going to load, search. We are going to find this Beast Ring, and we are going to scoop. Thank you so much for watching. When the deck goes off, it goes off. Now, there could have been some sequencing stuff that we mistakenly did. Watch the VOD if you have any other opinions on maybe different ways to play this deck. Let us know in the comments how you would have maybe done things differently. The first game went really well, but the second 2 games, not as well. It kind of went like, first game went really well. Second game was close, still went a little bit well, but just not good enough. And then the third game was kind of just right there. So unfortunately, that's just how it goes sometimes with not a tier 1 deck like DarkBox. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for also watching this EXP University series. Very, very fun to do. I hope you guys enjoyed it, because I really enjoyed it. And I hope to see you guys again sometime. Check us out, twitch.tv. Atrocious gameplay. We're going to be streaming the Limitless Qualifier. So I hope to see you there. And yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. 2 videos will go now Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And you know what? Here, have this code right here. have this code right here. Have this Rebel Clash White code that we opened up earlier on stream through EXP. I won't be using it because I've got essentially everything I need. But you know what? You have it because you deserve it if you made it to the end of this video, because this video is going to be like another 50-minute one. But 3 games, 1 win. Well, remember, we're not very good at video games, but we have a fun time doing it. I will see you later.